I'm Quinn McClinton, and you're watching Elegance on 18 Wheels Big Rig Spotlight.
So it was an option on the 359?
Yeah, and it was more of a custom.
Feels good back here too.
So guys, at this point, where do we go from here? What's the next step here?
We'll blade down all of our lines, table down to the flat, and then we'll go through and just look for any little imperfections, like how we wanted to blow out a little bit over these rivets. This is the way the tape had to sit on them. So we'll lay it out here, we'll just blow back in the silver, so it looks good. Any little imperfections we find now at this point. You quit it? Yeah.
So how many steps are we away from clearing right now?
Three. Three blades, blow ends, blow it down, tag it. Yeah, about 3 steps. So, good inspection once they're done. Right?
Fresh, sharp, touched up lines. You guys are magicians with this.
All right. Now we get a lot done. Thank you. Yeah. You have rivets, you're gonna have blow-ins, especially if the line goes in.
Especially Dale.
Especially me. No, actually, I cut and tuck this thing pretty good. I was pretty happy with it. A lot less. Where's not usual?
Wants to be perfect, you know?
Guys, this is so cool. I'm actually down here at CRS, and the guys are getting ready to paint this beautiful view of this story. And just a little bit of the story behind this. This story actually came down to Nationwide home, and actually talking to Pete about rebuilding this time capsule of his. And of course, Pete turned around and he actually had Unveiling and the guys at CRS get involved in it. And this has been so cool to actually see this whole process come around. Once again, you know, we like following projects when they start up and everything. Well, we're here, it's like 6 in the morning. I got up from Chicago, got down here like 3 in the morning to get here. It's been so cool to be here and actually watch the guys. When they get ready to clear coat this, we showed you the body work, the prep work. Now they put the stripes and everything on the truck, and we're back there actually getting ready to start shooting clear on it. They're gonna bake it, and then they're gonna take it over to detail. We're gonna follow it today and actually look at some of the stuff that we missed the last time when we did the Miller project. We're gonna look at some of the stuff that we missed last time. So hang in there, guys. I hope you like this episode. This is such a cool truck. We're gonna follow it to the end until it goes back to Pete, put all the chrome back on it, and actually make it deliver. So this is Quinn. I was listening to What's Magazine, guys. We're down here at CRS, watching the guys do some magic painting today. This is so cool. See you in a little bit. Enjoy the episode.
See, the guys are getting all their gear on. They're getting their mask ready, and they're selecting guns, and they're getting all everything ready to start going in. And we're gonna follow them in like we're going into surgery here, guys. And it's so cool to see how they're calibrating everything together, and they're good to go. Here we go, guys. Let's check it out. They're about to get started here. We're gonna start with the good first. Watch how they're doing. Watch them working. And here we go. Guys are working in unison so that they killed all the overspray and everything goes on wet. This is how it all started. Like I said, the guys are working together, and as you can tell, there's no overspray drying or anything because it's going on wet at the same time. He was always wondering how they, the company is painting these big rigs. Well, now you can actually see there's a team of individuals that goes in and really tackles this project. It's a huge overcoming of the events, and like I said, the guys are just working so smoothly together. We're talking about people that have been working together for like 10 or 15 years. So they know how they work together, they know the outcome of everything, and they appreciate each other's skills, and the respect factor is really, really cool. Look at that shine, guys. Look at that shine. And they're painting this with the hood filter. So they can get on top of the fenders and on top of the hood. But then, of course, I'm sure they're going to be letting it down and shooting it again. So you guys can see my reflection in this clear. Look at that. They're going to be putting on like 3 different coats of clear on it, so it's going to be stacking up in between coats. And it's really a marvel to watch the guys in action. Dominic, what's going on, man?
Have you had fun today, Quinn?
Oh, Dominic, I have had a blast, man. I got up at 2:30. I got on the road. I came down. I hung out with the guys while they clear coated this. We got another project that's going on, man, and it is really, really so cool to watch this come together. I want an opportunity now for you to tell me a little bit where we're at right now and how it actually started.
So, you know, this is another one that me and Pete from Nationwide Chrome have kind of been working on together.
Yep.
He presented this to me for paint, and this is a very special owner. And, you know, Pete wanted it to be with somebody that he knew would take care of it. And trust me, I can tell you right now, Pete's probably been the hardest on me on paint quality over most people that I've ever worked with. But that's, you know, that's the thing about having a relationship with somebody like that, is that they keep you accountable. You know, I want to put our name out there in a good way. He knows trucks better than I ever probably will.
Okay.
And, you know, just working together as a team like this.
Yeah, look at it, right?
right. It speaks for itself. But, you know, we got everything taken care of as far as the body work and everything. You got to see a little bit of that.
Yep.
And then once we started and got the design and spray mask in order, that's when it was boom, 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 and it really started moving.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, you got to see it with the layout.
Oh, man, yes.
Accenting the colors, and then with the razor blade on the paint again.
Oh, man, that is so scary to me. But, yes, that invisible line is essential for what the technique that you're using.
And it makes or breaks the paint job. When you have a hard line like that, you know, that's something that a lot of people pay attention to.
Right.
So,
right.
you know, if you're not taking the time to do those extra little steps, it changes a lot in how it comes out.
Yeah.
Most people can pull a trigger on a spray gun, but to come out of the booth with a nice finish,
yes,
you need a good foundation before we go into detail. Otherwise, you're just never going to get the same.
And that is so true. And just watching the guys today, the way they came in and they got together, and they were explosive when it came to starting up. I mean, now I understand why you told me to be here early, because it was they knocked this out. They were ready, man. Yeah. And just to see how the guys worked together and showing the audience the teamwork and the effort that went into this. And now we just rolled it over to detail. Mm-hmm. Man, this day is. We started at 6 o'clock, and it's almost noon now.
Yep.
And man, these guys have showed out with this. So, Dominic, what happens at this point?
At this point, what we're going to do is we're going to let it sit for a day.
Okay.
Because even though you got to see the 160, 140 degree booth, that we baked it for a while, that just makes it really dry to the touch. And even still, if I were to go up and press my hand on it real good, you're going to see my handprint in it. So we don't want to take sandpaper to it yet. It'll sit overnight. It'll actually sit over the weekend.
Okay.
And then come Monday, they're going to start sanding down at about a half a coat of clear. We put 3 on it so that we have plenty to sand, because the more clear you have, the more UV protection you have.
Right.
And then you don't end up with, you know, everybody's seen the car hoods, all the clear is coming off of it.
Right.
That's the kind of stuff that causes that.
Oh, okay.
So we put 3 coats on for a reason, and then we leave ourselves room to sand off a bit for that nice finish that you know us for.
Yeah.
You know, you can see currently on here there is a little bit of orange peel, but that's what I mean about the good foundation. It's not that peely.
No, it's not. I mean, it went on so smooth, and with that, putting it under that amount of heat, it blended things even more. You know, even when the guys were shooting and everything. So, Dominic, when you were telling me about the assembly part of it, to put it back together now, you're not totally putting it all back together. Pete is going to do the final touches and everything, right?
It came to us pretty bare bones. That's one nice thing about working with Nationwide, is that he gives it to us in the state that's easiest for us to be able, you know, it's got to be able to drive down the road. Right. But leaves us less things to have to take off. Because, again, he knows trucks, especially when it comes to the older trucks. You know how sensitive taking some stuff off can be. Oh, yeah. So he knows his thing with that. He does what he's good at. We do what we're good at. And then we end up with an awesome product. And so next week, this truck is going to be road ready. And we're going to have Pete, you and I, and maybe one other client that might be on location. And we got another really cool project. Oh, yes, you do. You know, it's all in the talking stages right now. But one thing I've noticed is that, you know, between you and the way that you put us out there, We have a campus that I love to show off.
Oh,
we have
yes.
a team of great people like Nationwide who knows his stuff too.
Oh, yeah.
And it turns into a thing that, you know, usually if somebody's wanting to do something and they meet with us, a lot of times we will end up doing it because we know what we're doing.
And I mean, presentation is everything.
Mhm.
And when they come see the campus, like you said, I'm
And we
bragging.
know what we're talking about.
Exactly. I mean, the experience speaks for itself. And, you know, I'm going to always be a big fan and I'm going to always press the issue. Man, you guys throw down when it comes down to making a statement in paint, you scream. So,
That's what we're here for.
we're going to be back probably, what, Wednesday maybe?
Yeah, Wednesday, Thursday next week. You know, obviously we want to take our time, do it right.
Yep.
That's why we're not assembling it before we do the detail work. We don't want to end up with, you know, orange peel around things.
Yes.
We're going to detail it down as much as we can. If there happens to be any repairs, we'll take care of those. But, you know, you got to see us do pre-clear repairs, and that's where it's really important.
Oh,
because
man.
it's simple then. It's very simple to do base coat repairs. And then once you do that right, really all you got left is the detail. So
Yes.
hopefully we shouldn't have anything to shoot. It'll just be sanding, buffing, polishing, and reassembly, and she'll be on the road.
And once we get done with that, we're gonna have a completed. We're gonna all come down at Pete's and watch it roll out the doors with all the chrome stacks and everything back in place. Dominic even shot some fenders and stuff that goes on here too.
Mhm. Yep.
And it's gonna be a killer ride once
It
they're
is.
done.
It is.
So Dominic, for now, man, we're gonna say goodnight or goodbye. Until next week, we're gonna show out again. All right, everybody, this is Quinn, Elegance 18 Wheels Magazine. I'm down here with Dominic at CRS Custom, having another ball bugging him, and we're out. We'll talk to you later, guys.
I'm Quinn McClinton, and you're watching Elegance on 18 Wheels, Big Rig Spotlight.
Guys, it's Quinn, Elegance 18 Wheels Magazine. Well, guys, you know who this is.
Yep.
And I've been bugging, Dominique for a while, but, we really got some really cool stuff going on this year. And I know you guys have been inquiring about why we haven't been down. Well, Dominique has been going 100 miles an hour, and so have we. But we got a project that we have been working on, and it's about to leave out. Dominique's getting ready to go get it and pull it out. Dominique, tell me a little bit about what we got getting ready to see.
Well, you've gotten to see bits and pieces of it, so obviously you know a bit already. But it's been a really cool project with Nationwide Chrome, with Pete over there, and he did a lot of work to it before getting it over to us. A lot of reskinning of the sleeper, and it's pretty much it's a restoration job, and we're bringing new life into an older truck and actually recreating one of the trucks that the owner already had. So same color, same design. It's a old factory paint job.
Paint scheme on that? Okay.
Yep. So,
And this is actual paint. These are not graphics or stickers. This is you
paint.
laid this out and actually shot this.
Yep.
And guys, you've seen in this video, we've actually went through some of the steps when it was in the paint shop, them prepping it, getting it ready. Dominic, they did the body work on this.
It's been a long project.
It's been a project. If you guys remember the Miller project, it wasn't quite as intense as that,
Right.
but still just as impressive. So we're gonna let Dominique go over. You hear it running back there. We're gonna let Dominique go get it, pull it out, and we're gonna take a look at it. But then after it leaves there, where are we going?
After it leaves us, it's going to go over to Nationwide, and then it's going to go get the works, new stacks, interior, the whole nine, and it'll be a brand new truck.
And we're gonna follow it all the way over to Pete over at Nationwide Chrome, and Dominique's gonna meet us over there. And we got some really cool stuff that's gonna be going on with this. So guys, stay tuned. We're gonna let Dominique run get this, and we'll be right back. Well, guys, I told you we're gonna be right back. Dominique went to get the truck. He's ready to pull it out right now. Let's take a look at what he's got to show us. It's really cool. Check this out. Dominique, man, this is a killer old school paint job, and as real paint is what I love about this project the most. Let's get an up close and personal look at this, and as you walk us through some of the stuff you guys actually did with it.
It's too bad they can't feel the truck because
I know,
you won't
right?
feel those lines.
And guys, you see all the different colors that Dominique got into this, right? There's no you don't feel any of the surface lines at all with this. They used that magic razor blade, and it was like something else.
Yeah, and you know, one crazy thing about doing this is that, yes, it's a factory paint scheme and all, but we still have to completely recreate the design to make the spray mask, do specific measurements to the truck to make sure it hits the spots that it's supposed to hit.
Yes.
You know, there's a lot of work that goes into that side of things too, even to the point where we do it with pen on paper first, put it up there and make sure that everything hits where it's supposed to.
So laying out all these from the hood, I mean flipping the hood over because it goes to a point on the hood.
Yep.
You had to lay all this out and make sure all these lines stand off and make sure all the lines were straight.
Yep.
And coincided between the hood, cap, and sleeper.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Honestly, it's a lot of fun. It's a bit like artwork, you know.
So let's take a look at this, Dominic. And I see you got some fenders on here too that you all did.
Yeah.
Huh?
And actually, you know, that was part of the discussion with the owner is how we're going to do the fenders, whether we want it. Because that stripe that goes through the door is just about as wide as the fenders are. So we could have done that across the top.
Okay.
Obviously, everybody knows with fiberglass fenders, you got risk of contact.
Oh, yeah.
So that does make repairing a little bit more difficult. He took that into consideration, but you still want to throw a little bit of accent colors on there. So, you know, I really like how that turned out.
Oh, that looks nice.
Yeah.
That really does. It really looks nice. And you all actually painted all of these colors. This came in bare metal, right?
Yeah, so the way that it goes down is it's actually, you know, the way that we as painters prefer to do it is lighter to darker. And so it started with the silver pins, and then we went to lavender color. We covered that up with paper.
Okay.
Then we sprayed the burgundy color, covered that up with paper, and then you spray all the black around the rest of it.
Man, that is so cool. Man, I mean, you know, it's you all use different procedures than we do when we paint cars and stuff because you got a bigger canvas to work with.
Right.
But to see the guys actually doing this and working in sync with one another, man, you guys have a majestic way of working together, man.
You know,
it's so cool.
That's the nice thing about what we have going on here. We're incredibly blessed, obviously, not only with a very nice campus, but the team that we have here, most of them have been here 10 plus years. We don't have turnover. We're not constantly hiring new people. The two painters that did this have been working together as a team of painters for years. And that's what creates that in sync. You know, you got to see it as they're moving down the booth at the same time. And who's hitting the front and who's hitting the back, because you can detail out a job as much as you like, but unless you have that good foundation of when it comes out of the booth, you're not going to get the same result.
Exactly. And so when I know your part of this is done now, correct?
Yeah, I mean, we might have some touch-ups here or there as we move through the rest of the process. Obviously, there's going to be moving parts and pieces, taking things off the truck.
Oh, yes.
Things happen, but man, you know, any additionals that might come along the line, that's the great thing about working so closely with Nationwide.
Yes.
Is that we're in constant contact about what's going on with it. And yeah, for the most part, though, our job is done and it's on Pete.
So our next stop is down at Pete, and he's coming. When are you actually going to be? Are we about to leave right now with this?
Yep. It's going to be leaving out of here right now and heading over that way.
Okay. Well, guys, we're going to be right back, and we're going to walk around this a little bit, and then we're going to let Dominique pull out of here, and we're going to be going down to Pete at Nationwide Chrome, getting ready to dress this bad boy up for a photo shoot.
Yeah.
Dominique, we'll be right back.
I'm Quinn McClinton, and you're watching Elegance on 18 Wheels, Big Rig Spotlight.
So guys, that's a wrap. We're on our way over to Nationwide Chrome. We're gonna hang out with Pete for a few days to show you what this bad boy is gonna look like in the end. It's gonna be so cool. Let me catch up, because Dominique is rolling. I gotta catch it. We'll see you guys down at Nationwide Chrome. What you say? See you there.
I'm Quinn McClinton, and you're watching Elegance on 18 Wheels, Big Rig Spotlight.